Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I gotta think
Hi.
of like a spooky hello for this month. Ooh,
I think if like you just
hello.
like breathe really heavily.
Just breathe in your mic.
Wait.
It's just like it's a kill her. Like kill her.
No.
That's all it is. That's the original is kill her. It's Friday the 13th. You gotta do the
It is Friday the 13th. For those listening, up until mid-October, I guess, we have a poll on our Patreon if you are a sub there, as well as on our Twitter for anyone to vote, and once in a while on our Instagram stories to vote for our final movie review of this month. So just make sure to check that out and make your vote count.
Yes.
and pick mine.
Mine is pretty. I feel like Sonia, like even if mine doesn't get picked, I feel like you should just watch it in your spare time. I feel like it's right up your alley. Like I feel like you'll like it. Like I have yeah. It's a funny.
It's a funny one. Okay.
Yeah.
Jessica, what are
this
you
one we watched.
drinking? Oh,
Nope.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi.
Jessica, what are you drinking and what are you wearing?
Okay, yeah, because in October, for our listeners out there, make sure to check out our YouTube released on the Saturday after the episode, because we're all in costume this month. And I am drinking actually a new rum, Sailor Jerry spiced rum.
It's like a whipped version of like Captain Morgan. Like
Yeah, it's Sailor Jerry, but it's 46% alcohol.
that's good.
And it was so I'm blurry now because it was focusing on my rum bottle. There we go. And it was so much cheaper. Like this $46.
That's really good.
It was like
Oh, yeah.
at 46% alcohol, like Sailor Jerry now has my heart. Like
Fuck you, Captain.
and because our theme this month, which I forgot to mention in the beginning of this, but that's fine, is inanimate. I guess it's kind of like
Inanimate objects.
yeah, it's like they move, but they're not like supposed to, and they're gonna get ya. And because our first movie, which we'll get to soon, involved dolls, I dressed up as Cynthia from Rugrats.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Thank you.
Sonia, what are you and what are you drinking?
Okay, so we did the movie Dead Silence just so we know.
Okay.
And there is this doll on there that is this like sweaty, greasy, chunky bitch. I'm like, perfect. This is me. So I did it. And like her nostrils are like fucking all nostril. So like I have eyeliner up in here, like it's up my nose. It's causing me to have like the sniffles, and I'm like, which kind of hurts.
You can't rub.
Yeah, it's going to get everywhere. I'm going to end up with like a stash here, but like it's up. I want it to be like the bigger the nostril, the better. So if you go up, you can see it a little bit. I didn't think it up there good enough, I guess.
We'll have to get a timestamp of that specific doll so I can do a side by side comparison.
Like this, she's like that.
Perfect.
And I'm drinking. So hi Sonia. Went on Amazon. I was like, I need this. I got Ninja Creamy, and I made Dole Whip, like ice cream drink thing, with lots of rum, and it's really good. That's what I'm drinking.
Ooh. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking my last Summer Bees Blackberry. It's my final one, so thank God. Like I've been drinking this forever. I'm over it. And I'm a ventriloquist doll as well for Dead Silence. I want it to be Mary Shaw, who's like the main villain in this, but I couldn't get my hair all crazy. Like I tried, like to like pin it up and like have it all curly and weird, but it wasn't going. So I was like, fuck it, I don't care. But I did like the dot and the things. For
We-
YouTubers, they'll see what I'm looking at.
Yes,
Like,
in our pre-drinks, we discussed how will Dawn Marie make this slutty? And then she came out, I was like, oh man, like I was disappointed. Not because she doesn't do a good job, but because like
Normally
was
she's
not started.
slutty.
I did not
Yeah.
do slutty today. I'm
She
tired
does, like-
mom, Dawn.
she like does slutty zombie, slutty Chucky doll, slutty anything else. Like it's just,
Yeah.
but this is the first
Slutty dead
time.
girl. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but no, it was. I can't. I
I was
kept
not
trying to
slutty
tell her
today.
to take her shirt off, but she's like, no.
I know, you have to like just go in your bra. And I was
Head
like,
on over to our Patreon. No, I'm kidding.
you give me that $5 tier and you can see.
Dawn cleavage.
We get 10 new subscribers. It's like at that point, like you have to. That's $50.
Well, yeah, then like I'll sign your name.
$20
Your name goes
donation.
here.
Okay, so well, Sonia, if you want to describe just a brief summary of this movie, trigger warning, spoiler alert, that's what I meant to say. For this, if you're listening to this movie review, we are not a movie review podcast, but we do this every October, and we spoil things. So if you haven't seen the movie, well, it's
from
old.
2007.
I
Like,
know.
that's your own fault.
They've been warned. They could pause this, go watch it, come back. You know, please come back.
It won't let me look at stuff unless I'm a member. What kind of fucking
Not
bullshit is that?
not even the summary anymore.
I could do this. Hold on. I think I
Yeah,
can do
just the summary. Just the summary.
Just the summary.
Okay. Come on, man. All right. After his wife meets a grisly end, Jamie Ashen returns to his hometown of Ravens Fair to find answers. His investigation leads him to the ghost of a ventriloquist named Mary Shaw, who seems to have ties to his entire family tree. Dun, dun, dun.
I guess that's one way to describe this story.
There is actual little fun fact, which I'll tell now. The
Yeah.
creators of Saw
Mhm.
like wrote this and directed this. And Billy, who's the dummy, is also the clown in Saw. Is the same name. And there is a little Easter egg in the movie. At one point, you do see Billy, the one that's in Saw, just sit there in the movie.
That makes so much sense. Like now that you say that with all the like dummies and everything like that and like the twist, I'm like, oh, that's very Saw-esque. So that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes,
didn't
it
the
was the
guy
same
die
directors.
right after this was made? Like one of the directors. So now
I
it's
don't
extra
know.
spooky.
Oh wow.
Or
I
is his
didn't know that.
last movie before he died or something? There was like a little tidbit of information before I closed it. So.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it was in loving memory of someone, but I don't
Mm.
remember who.
Maybe the
I'll have to look
director,
that up.
because
Yeah.
it's haunted now. We're all
It's a
gonna die.
haunted movie. I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that before I watched it. Am I gonna die in 7 days?
We have to
You're
like
gonna
send
die
it
in
off to
7
somebody
days.
else. Like, oh man, I'm safe. Could you
We
do
just trick
that?
people into watching this podcast and we'll play the
Yeah.
tape. We just trick ya.
Yeah.
Bait and switch.
Exactly. Man, I'm more important than you. And if you get like 5 people to watch, they have to get 5 of like those 5 people have to get other people. Like
It's
that.
like
with
an
a pyramid
MLM.
share it.
Yeah, it's a big pyramid scheme.
The fucking MLM girlies.
Oh my god. Now I'm imagining like the Ring girl, but she's just like an MLM girly, like her hair and her face dripping wet, and she's just like, "Have you thought about watching this tape?
Essential oil.
Are you
Yeah.
a boss,
Girl
babe?
boss.
Do you want to be a boss, babe?
Yeah.
You want to work from home, earn
Yeah.
dollars?"
You can work from anywhere. This is my view this morning.
Yeah.
It's only the cost of $99 to start.
Or you die. That's
Yeah.
That's the
Fucking
choice.
die.
Okay. So, like we do every year, we have, well, I think we started last year, So now it's every year. We have a best scene, a worst scene, a societal problematic thing with the movie, and then the person whose movie pick comes up with a question. It was Dawn Marie's movie, but she has no idea what she's
I
doing.
dropped the ball.
So, but her question was, name any other doll besides the one doll.
Bill. Yeah.
Billy, yeah. Billy was very slappy from Goosebumps.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
slappy. Like not even like a little bit. Like that was like they could have been
If
twins.
you look, there's a doll that looks exactly like Annabelle in there too. Like they made all like old, like there's a Chucky looking doll too. Like if you look at the dolls, they did every doll movie like as a dummy.
There's 101
in the 101 dolls. Yeah.
Yeah. How did they
101.
say there's 101 dolls?
Mhm.
Yes. There's 101 dolls.
Yeah.
The coroner, I don't know what he was, but the funeral director, he's the one that said she wanted to be buried with all 101 of her dolls.
But like she made more dolls afterwards. There's so many fucking plot holes. That's
yes.
the problem.
Yes.
Okay? There were so many.
Yes. So who wants to go first for favorite scene?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay, so my best scene is when they're in the hotel room, and like when Jamie's in the hotel room, and like the lights, like obviously everything goes silent and the doll and everything, and he sees Mary, but like the detective is like in the other room and he's like with the shaver, and he's just like he's like, what's going on? And he's like
he's obsessed with this fucking shaver.
You just actually blew my mind, Dawn. Okay, so there's the cop. He's a Wahlburger. Okay, like that is who he is. But he plays a cop in Saw 2.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's all okay. It's all come together. It's got full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's like my favorite scene. It's like when they like cut to the cop and like he's just like this. Why?
He does it all the fucking time, interrogating him. He's like,
He drops the electric shaver, just drops it. It's like, end scene.
yeah. He's like, you know what? This scene needs a fucking electric razor.
I bet Donnie Wahlberg was like this. This helps the character. Like this, like this is what a cop would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to bring those into like interrogation rooms, but whatever. Like,
it's a small town, you know. Well, actually, no, that wasn't even the small town. I don't know what town they lived in before he went to back to the small town. Did it say where like him and his wife were living?
No,
the city.
No, there's a name of the town. I forget what it's called.
There's a name for the small town. It's like Fairview or whatever. But he's not. He was living in somewhere else.
Oh, Chicago, I think it is.
Chicago,
yeah. Chicago?
The city. I don't know.
The city.
Well, my favorite scene was when the funeral director, old guy, crawls into the crawl space. Because, like, for me, I was like, how often does your wife crawl in the crawl space? But that's the first place you think she went when you're, like, hearing crying.
She was crazy. So, yeah.
She's like the final girl, though. She survived. Yeah.
Well, she wasn't crazy, though. There was a ghost, and the dummies were alive, and they did kill his wife. Like, everything she said was true.
Yeah.
So she's not crazy.
She's the only one that survived. Yeah. She's the final girl in that movie.
But that death scene, it was just like, I was like, okay, how often did your wife like go into the crawl space that you're just comfortable going in there? And then also he tells the story of when he was a child seeing Shaw, seeing Miss Shaw, Mary Shaw, and then the first thing he does when he sees Mary Shaw is scream. And for our listeners, if you haven't seen the movie, screaming makes her cut out your tongue and kill you.
Yeah.
And there's a whole song that's not even good, by the way, that they like recite about like don't scream if you see her. And I'm like, this man has gone 70 years ingraining that into his head. He's seen her alive and he knows if he sees her again, don't scream. And what's the first thing he fucking does? Fucking screams.
Fucking scream. Yeah.
I'm like, really? Really? That propaganda didn't work on you? Come on. Come on.
Yeah, you weren't brainwashed enough. Like, come on.
You were spreading the propaganda and you still screamed. But and also just the this is just hit that character in general. He's like, her dying wish was to turn into a doll. That doesn't mean you have to make her a doll. Like, you don't have, like, there's so many dying wishes that don't get fulfilled. Like, it's okay. You don't have, like, she didn't have to be a doll. Okay.
You didn't have to do it.
You
That's not
didn't
what
have
you
to.
Yeah. So mine is a combination of the best scene and the worst scene. So I'll start off that next question too.
Okay.
So the best and worst scene is, so it's the best because I wasn't expecting it and I jumped, and it's the worst because it gave me the ick. Okay. So they're in like the attic or whatever, and it's the clown dolly, and he's like going back and forth, and he's like, hey, like, and then he goes, the main character guy goes closer like a fucking idiot, and then like the tongue comes out and like licks his face, and then he backs up. But then the part that scared me was when like the hands came out and like pulled it back. Yeah. And then like the tongue came out more and it was like her fucking tongue, and it's not like that, like it was
There's so much going on.
Yeah, it was the best because like I wasn't expecting it. There was parts that scared me. Okay, by the way, I fucking hate this movie because I'm scared of fucking scary movies, and I was terrified the whole fucking time. But that part, I was just like, oh, it's fine. Like the scary part's over. They see what's gonna happen, and then so I let my guard down, and then just and I was like, so.
Yeah, October is Sonia's favorite month.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that was the best and the worst for me.
Fair.
The worst scene for me is the beginning. The beginning, like, you send your husband out to go get pizza. Like, okay, so first of all, he's a shitty plumber. He couldn't get his shit together, so dinner's late, and like your pregnant wife is hungry as fuck. Like, and then you're like, oh, like let's like do takeout instead, and like. So whatever, and then you abandon your wife. You just leave. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go get takeout. Like, first of all, why doesn't takeout just come to your door? Like,
it's from 2007. They don't have that yet.
Yeah, they did. I ordered pizza online in 2007.
Yeah,
it was just pizza.
You didn't Chinese food.
We don't know what the
chalet.
Oh, Swiss chalet. Yeah, Swiss chalet.
They delivered.
You're right.
Anyway.
You're right.
So he abandons his wife, and then the dog kills her, and it like fucked with me, like especially like under the sheet, and like worst scene. I hated it.
You just hate it because it just give you the shivers, like the
It's just stupid. Like it was stupid the whole thing. You don't freaking just like go get and like there's always a thunderstorm, and I'm like,
why was she scared of the kettle?
No, it's when the sound stops, so that when the kettle just stopped whistling when it was clearly still going, all sound stops. That's why it's called dead silence.
Yeah, but like, sometimes the kettle doesn't work all the time. Like the bell on the kettle sometimes like fucks up. So I don't know.
Maybe she's just never seen a fucked up kettle. It was just
she's
a
like
new
started
experience.
To cry? Like I don't understand.
She's pregnant, isn't she?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Cry at a kettle not making noise. But you're boiling. Like, I mean, I watch with subtitles, and so every time it went silent, it would pop up ambient sound stop. Every single time silence was happening, I was like, "That's great." My least favorite scene is when Jamie arrives to his father's house and his the stepmother answers the
Ella.
door, and she just like introduces herself and hugs him, and then it's like, I'm sorry about your wife. Also, I'm your new stepmom.
Yeah.
And I was like, A, that hit too close to home. And then B, it was just like, I feel like a little tact would have been
Yeah, it was tacky as fuck. Like,
yeah, like I was cringing through that. I was like, man, like the actors couldn't even suggest lines. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
It was really bad acting too. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a lot of bad acting parts. And they have like a big name cast all playing this movie.
those
Like
players weren't that well. Yeah, they were like.
I feel
They're
a lot of it
all-
might have been script.
they're
Like
just
maybe
following the script.
yeah.
They weren't
Maybe.
improving
Directors
at
are like
all. They
that.
were like directly going for what they were supposed
Yeah.
to do. That's it.
Some directors don't allow improv. And like H. John
shows.
Benjamin is my like favorite voice actor who does Archer and Bob's Burgers, and he's like in Bob's Burgers they want improv. They like improv like when they're doing the
Mhm.
scenes. But in Archer, even though it's a comedy as well, it's like you follow the script. Like that is how it is. Archer, however, is well written. So,
Yeah.
so that's a little
Dramedy.
different.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe they were like, no, this is important. You have to say it like this. And it just didn't translate well. Also, I feel like their ideas exceeded the CGI capabilities of the time.
Yeah.
What? No, because I've watched Jurassic Park. Okay, there's no
But they
excuse.
do a lot of CGI, right? They did a lot of like making a fucking dinosaur. But that scene, this was my runner-up for worst scene. Runner-up for worst scene was a scene where all the dolls were like, she was going spiritually in
through
all the
them?
dolls, and her face
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
through every like,
Play-Doh?
doll. Yeah, I was like, this is very like Harry Potter 2001. Like, come up with something else. Like, it's been a little bit of time since then. Like, I feel like the technology is there. Maybe the budget wasn't, but then maybe they should have changed that scene a little bit. Maybe make the eyes glow or something, look less cheesy. But I don't know. Feel like the CGI ghost really wasn't doing it for me.
All right. The next question is societal problematic. Something problematic in today's society.
Okay, I mean I have one if you want me to go first.
I have one
Okay.
too.
Whoever wants
Okay,
to go
go.
first.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Don Marie, you go first.
No, I don't have one.
It's just you and me, Sonia.
You fucking bitch.
It's your movie.
I know. I dropped the ball big time. Like I was just.
It's okay. It's okay. For our listeners, you understand we are all mothers and have lives, and we never miss a Friday, even if our lives are shit at the moment. So you're welcome.
You are fucking welcome. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Just because I don't want you to take it. I really didn't see that much problematic besides like the police officer. So I picked emotionally abusive father. Like that was because like that's why they stopped talking because he was like abusive. So that's not good.
Yeah, and like even when he like the excuse for our listeners, spoiler alert, the father is actually dead the whole time and a doll, and the stepmother is controlling him and using her ventriloquism abilities to speak. But it's like the whole stroke thing. It's like even then when the son comes and he's like, no, I'm better, I had a stroke. Like I guess more men should have strokes. I don't know. But he even like guilt trips. Like I think I wrote the line down where he's just like, well, the dad painted the ex-wives out with holy fuck. That was fucked up. But fuck, I can't find it. But he says something where he's like guilt tripping the son into like forgiving him. Like, I didn't know you just came here to talk about how bad of a father I was. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, if you're a better person, then you should be accepting to listen to that because you were a shit father.
Yeah.
You fucking painted his dead mom out of a photo. You paid to have an oil painter come and paint over a painting you had already paid for.
Yeah, you could have
multiple times.
taken the fucking photo down. Like,
so many other options.
dude was fucked up.
Yeah. So like, you know, the fact that he was a dummy for the end of days, you know what? Fine. Acceptable.
Deserved. That's what you get.
Boss babe energy.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, I get that. Yeah, the whole and I don't know what else was described that he did. That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah,
but-
no, it was mostly just like mostly all just like emotional abuse. Like,
and he sent him away, which was to like save his life, I guess. But
he was dead. He couldn't send him away.
no, but he sent him away when he was a kid.
Oh yeah. Because
Yeah.
of like they're the reason all this shit's going down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The whole point of the story is revenge. Okay, like we'll get there. We'll talk more about the movie after our questions.
Okay.
Which I think
Well,
that's it. Okay.
yeah,
So last
well,
question.
Wait, I didn't do my
I
problematic.
I thought you
because
were agreeing with me. All right.
I am agreeing with your problematic, and you kind of mentioned my problematic, but we didn't talk about it, which was a cab.
Oh,
A
cab. Yeah.
cab.
That one was too easy for me. I was like, no, someone else is gonna pick it, so I had.
I
to
wrote 2 down too, just in
Yeah.
case.
Like, yeah,
So it's okay.
See, you guys
I
covered
wrote
my bases for me.
yeah. There
okay,
wasn't
yeah,
that much in it.
we'll do a cab, and then we'll do my my other one because it actually wasn't emotionally damaging father. Yeah. So a cab, obviously, and just the fact that the cop was like the first interrogation, he's already threatening the husband. He's like, yeah, you should get a lawyer, but also while he's shaving, you know. It's mostly husbands that did this thing, and then he like stalks him to another town, breaks into like his hotel room, his dad's house, follows him, has a shotgun in his trunk. Like, I don't think this is a cop because no other cop is like with him here.
Yeah, does he go in as a reporter? Is that what it is? Like, is that his job?
No,
his
he's
job
a
is
detective,
reporter?
and he just thinks he's like,
Is he?
the
Where's his
shit.
fucking partner?
Where's his partner?
Right? Where he was like sleazy to her at the beginning, like, oh, I'm sure you're feisty. Like,
Yeah, like I just thought he was a dick cop in the beginning, but then when he follows him to the small town, I'm like, and he doesn't have a partner. He's not even calling on like a police walkie to like let anyone know where he is.
or what's happening.
He took the dummy, and I'm like, do you not understand chain of custody? You can't just like take things like that. Like that's not
Put
how
it
that
in a
works.
bag.
So like just this cop was just like just bad.
All around, not a good cop.
And then Dawn, what's your problematic thing? Oh
She doesn't
yeah,
have
it's small
Okay,
town
Probably
America.
the way the husband like, okay, you know the funeral home director dude, like the way he would like hide his wife like away from people, like that's so problematic. Like he would
It's
like always,
very
like, she would,
yellow
like, come downstairs.
wallpaper.
Yeah. Like she would come down to like during the funerals and that, and he'd be like, no, turn around, hun. Like, and he would like hide her. I was like, dude, you're a jerk.
Small town
Yeah.
quirky.
That's all that goes. Yeah, I was gonna do my backup if someone did cops was small town America, where it's always poverty stricken, low education, low health care, low services. So yeah, if you have what you probably think is a schizophrenic wife who's talking to random things and seeing dead people, there's no services there for you.
Yeah, hide her away.
You just hide your wife.
You
Just
hide
lock her
your
up.
kids, hide your wife. Throwback.
And
Yeah,
then
that's
our,
fine.
our last question was name a doll, not that guy.
Dawn, you go first.
I'm gonna say Ella.
No!
She. She's the perfect doll.
The perfect doll.
That's why she's mine.
All right, fine.
But we can share if you
I
want.
can pick a different
that to
one.
your-
It's fine. I could pick a different one. I could pick a different one.
Okay, fine.
It's
Fine.
fine.
Okay.
Ella's
Fine.
mine.
All right.
Fine.
What's your
All right.
Sonia then?
Jessica, you can go first. It's okay.
Are you sure? I want you to
Yeah.
go in case I chose
Yeah,
yours.
like I already
No,
stole
it's
your
fine.
one.
It's fine. It's fine. Just do it.
I'll be honest. I thought this was a trick question, or I'm just blind. Like my laser eye surgery isn't as great. I probably have to go back. But I was like, I can't see any names.
Me too. At first, I was like that too. While I was watching, I'm like, I need to look for names because I need to pick out one of these fucking dolls.
You guys didn't realize that they all the ones that are murdered turn to dolls, so they
No,
are all
I
dolls.
did eventually.
Yeah.
And so I said Michael Ashen, the
Yeah.
uncle.
Oh, the
That's
the dad,
fun.
right?
The great uncle, the kid that
The
like
child. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that was my choice because I
You
was
see
like,
them all like
I was like, it's a trick question.
Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
a-
I figured it out. I figured it out. Don't you worry. But yeah, I was like, this doll scene, that's where it is. And I was like, or the the graveyard scene. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
look
not
at all the
seeing
which
anything. Where are the names?
Yeah, I thought it was like that dude, like a Where's Waldo, and I was like, oh my god, something's gonna pop at me while I'm trying to look for these fucking names, and I'm gonna have to give Dummery shit like that.
I was literally
pissed off that I made her watch a scary movie. Now she's like,
I
know.
like, is it YouTube? Like
Yeah, I googled it. I'm like, what the name are these fucking dolls? There's no fucking names. Fuck you.
it was a trick question,
What?
which I knew. And like the movie had a twist. I mean, it was a very plot hole twist. Like I still don't understand. Is the stepmom Mrs. Mary Shaw? Like what
No.
is that?
No,
she's the perfect
Ella.
doll.
She's the
Ella.
doll.
Yeah, she's a doll.
She's the life form doll. Like she's the perfect doll because she looks like human. She's a doll. Like if you watch at the
Okay,
very
but
end,
if she's a doll, then who's controlling her?
She's possessed by Mary.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she's
it is
possessed.
Mary Shelley then. Or Mary
Yeah.
Shaw, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's Mary Shaw that is controlling Ella the doll.
yeah,
That's the
that's
perfect
controlling the
doll.
doll of the dad. Yeah.
Okay. It's too much doll on doll.
It's turtles all the way down. That's what it is.
It's fucking doll on
This
doll
is why
crime.
it's like when the twist happened, I was like, okay. What?
It's too
Maybe?
fucked up. I don't get it. Okay. It was so many plot hole bullshit. I'm gonna say my doll's Edward, just so we could get that out of there. Edward. Yeah, so much fucking, and like, why does he go underwater? Like, there's just so much.
Well, like the husband, okay, like the whole like the Jamie or whatever. Okay, first
Yeah.
off, in the first scene, like his wife dies and everything, and he hears his wife, and then he sees that she died and couldn't have made those voices, and then he gets a phone call, and then he just like, it's like, did you forget that it's a ventriloquist?
Yeah.
And like the minute they said meet me at the theater, it's like, no, just take some pictures and come back. It's 2007. We have digital cameras.
Yeah.
Like, like it's not 1980. Come on. Unless it is. They didn't
Maybe it
specify a
was the
time
movie.
period.
They didn't say the time. They didn't say.
It's also small town America, so like they might be behind too. So
Then be like, meet me at the coroner's office or wherever. Like, don't be like, meet me at the abandoned theater. Like, like, no, I'm not gonna meet you when I know there's a ventriloquist on the loose.
Yeah. The ghost. But he doesn't know ventriloquist is on the loose. He doesn't know what's going.
Actually, by the time he gets that phone call, it's at his dad's house when the cop is there near the end of the movie, and then he leaves the cop. So it's like he should know by now.
He knows nothing. They're not smart. There's a lot of inbreeding, I'm guessing.
I like how he goes from the
Small
dad's
town
house
America.
to the theater, back to the dad's house again. Like you were just fucking there.
Like, oh, sorry, go.
I was gonna say, like, after his wife died, he has one fake tear. Like, he couldn't cry. Like,
they did the eye transition twice in the
like,
beginning.
He couldn't cry. He couldn't cry. They had to do like a fake little, like, that's where all their CGI budget went. And then like in the like police thing, his eyes are just wet underneath here. Like they had to put some like water on his face. All dry here. Fucking yeah, dude could not muster up tears.
And he didn't even just see his wife die. He literally saw her after thinking he hurt her and saw her with her mouth agape and a tongue missing and
Yeah.
blood all over the floor. Like, so it's not even
Right.
just your wife died. It's like she died brutally and you saw the aftermath.
Where's all the tongues?
You're so smart.
Where's
Where's all the
Where
tongues?
are
Just
they?
collecting them.
Yeah,
That's what it
but
is.
like,
All the tongues like this. That's all. Maybe that's what it was. It was like all the tongues together. That's why
Yes,
it looks
because
so
how the
fucked
tongue,
up.
like, I think they're all
Yeah,
attached.
maybe that's what. That's what it is.
That's why the tongue is so long. It's because they're all the other tongues attached.
Yeah, there we go. We figured it out.
oh, that's gonna make me throw up later.
yeah, yeah. We are better
Later, I want to throw
detectives
up now.
than the
We're
guy.
detectives on the cops. ACAB.
Oh my gosh, we're the best.
Oh man, like that. Yeah, they should have made the tongue. Okay, the dead silence, right? It's called dead silence, and whenever she's about to attack, it becomes dead silent. Ooh.
Only that one time.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's all the times.
I didn't notice it all the time.
Yeah, but I had it if you have it on captions, it literally will say ambient noises end right every time.
Oh, I didn't notice. I didn't notice any background music or anything like that because I was too fucking terrified. Okay, like I was just like, okay, what is happening? I thought it was dead silence because she cuts out all your tongues. Like you have to be quiet.
I think
Like-
that's part of it too.
Like if
yeah.
you scream, you
I
get your
think it's
tongue ripped
all-
out.
I think
Like
that's
all
why
of
she
it
turns
together?
everything silent and then makes you silent, you know.
Okay, it was very actually Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
Right.
I got those same vibes. Like the town, like take like in their own like the person.
One
does something
person
wrong
hurts
to
a
person.
kid, so
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Well, we can't trust the cops. Let's fucking murder this person."
Yeah, let's take care of it ourselves. And then they do revenge.
You can't do that in a small town. What is it? Try that in a small town. Whatever that racist.
Oh my God.
white guy song
Yeah.
is. It's like, yeah, that's what it is. Now they just made it movies.
Yeah. It's look, I have eyebrows this time. You usually can't see my eyebrows because they hide behind my glasses. I didn't get to point them out. So,
No,
like,
no, it's great. You actually can see them behind your glasses too because it makes
Yeah.
the top of your frame look darker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Wait, do a smoldering stare.
What is
Cool.
It's seen Jumanji, the new one with
The
yeah,
Rock?
The Rock.
Yeah.
I can only do it the one way too, but my eyebrows are a little higher drawn on. I did the drag queen.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
can
it's not gonna
flare my
happen.
nostrils only, but oh look.
Your nostrils are already flared based on your shadow
I
drawing.
know. Yeah, but
No, I love the costumes.
yeah, I just like this bit. Like you only see her for like not even a second. It's just like a quick little boop, and I was like, her. That's who I'm
Her.
going to be. Because it was like perfect. She had like dark hair, like greasy ass hair. I'm like, I had a long day at work, and like she just has it in like braids, and I'm like, perfect. Little chonky, like her, just like, but sad.
I'll do
Can't
a
it.
side by side comparison later and post it on our social
Look
media.
angry, yeah.
Well, it's like Cynthia always looks depressed because like her hair is pulled out.
I would
and
be
it
depressed. That's how my hair is turning, so I understand. Like,
Yeah.
fucking-
I didn't have any additional work besides drawing dots for my bald spots. Like,
oh yeah, fucking menopausal balding is fantastic. And I was like, oh man, if I pull it back, it's pretty big. I push a lot of hair frontward so no one can see.
I got bangs.
I can't have bangs anymore because there's not enough hair in the front. I do the bangs and it's like two
I
pieces.
pull from pretty far back.
You're
Like, you know what I
fucking
mean?
I
Yeah.
my crown up.
Yeah,
with
that's
my
literally
legs.
from the crown up
Well,
and then it cuts. Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah, we don't do from here anymore. We go right
it's
to the
rough.
back.
Yeah.
People.
I used to be able to do here and bangs, but like now if I do from here down, there's only like 3 hairs and it
No,
looks
you gotta go
fucked up.
right from the back and pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd make an ugly ass doll, that's for sure. It would not be the perfect doll.
My grandmother used to collect porcelain dolls, and like when she was moving out of my grandfather's house, her third divorce, she ended up giving me a garbage bag full of just random porcelain dolls. Okay, they're in my garage. I don't touch them. They're just there. But I did see a TikTok of someone that goes to thrift stores and she buys porcelain dolls and then she paints them to be like gross. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
horror-esque.
Creepy.
Yeah, to be creepy. And I'm like, that's so fucking
That's a
smart.
smart idea.
Right?
Wait. Is this TikToker like she does like all sorts of different crafts and turns them all into hidey holes, like haunted hidey holes?
I don't know. I just know this. Like, I only saw the one TikTok. I don't investigate. I'm not that.
Okay, there's a TikTok creator and she like takes anything, like any container, whatever, and makes them into like haunted hidey holes. And as she's making them, like you watch her do it, she has a story behind it. She makes up a random story. It's so cool. And she's obsessed with octopuses and circle windows.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's
I love her.
so
I'm gonna share
cool.
her TikToks with you.
Yeah, I think this woman that does it, she literally just every Halloween creates a porcelain doll army. Because like
Nice.
I saw like basically in the TikTok she showed her army last year and how she was searching for dolls for this year. And that's what she does is she like people donate dolls to her or she goes to thrift stores and buys dolls and then she just like paints them creepy. And I'm like, I literally have like so many porcelain dolls that my grandmother was like, they don't fit with my new husband. Well, she hasn't married the fourth one, but luckily marriage is too expensive nowadays. So yeah, so like I think I might do that just to like add to my random collection of shit.
Random stuff collection. No, it's like really creepy. It's gonna be always creepy for me now. So one of my clients has a fucking room all full of fucking dolls, and then there's like a 3-foot one, like just stands on the bed. That room was already very scary. Because like you go in, it's dark, and you turn on the light, and there's like 100 fucking eyes looking at you. I might be extra scared of this one room now. So that'd be fun.
Okay,
Now.
I know.
Okay.
This movie is too scary for me.
now I'm scared for my movie because
Fuck.
okay,
Right.
okay, my movie I think it's funnier. Like I think it has
Okay.
more jokes. Like just go into it.
I can do it. It's fine.
You can do it. I believe
can
in
do it.
you. I
Yeah.
watched this as a child. Like I have this on DVD now and I had to buy it from like Germany. Like it's one of those movies, but I feel like if you liked it Dead and like it's one of those more gory than scary movies. Like if you like Dead and Breakfast, I feel like
Mhm.
maybe you'll like this movie. It has a funny guy, you know?
Funny
Like
guy.
it has the tension breaker. I feel like the main actor in this movie wasn't strong enough and there wasn't enough tension breaking moments that you either got scared constantly or you just zoned out.
No, I was scared constantly. So it was good. Like I guess it's like a really good scary movie. And I think I used to love scary movies. Fucking love
Yeah.
them. I think maybe I watched them too much and now my brain is warped. I don't know. Or like I don't know. There's not enough scary shit in real life for me. I don't know.
Me, I actually was like having trouble. Like I zoned out during parts of this movie. Every time that death was about to come, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be the one." But the deaths were so fast. Like it was
Yeah,
like
they happen quick. Yeah.
yeah, and there was a few like jump scare moments, but even then they felt like they weren't like fast enough. And I feel like part of that is because it's the year 2024 and that was 2007. I probably would have been scared in 2007.
Oh, you know what? what's probably why I was so scared of all the fucking jump scares. That's what scares me the most. No gore, nothing. It's all the fucking whoa. So like
Okay,
that.
so you might like my movie. My movie is more gore than jump scares. As long as
Gore is
clowns
fine.
scare you.
No.
Okay,
Killer
then you're
Clowns from
fine.
Outer Space
You're
is my
fine.
favorite movie.
I don't know. You're like, those clowns are safe. Other clowns are
Those are
dangerous.
safe clowns. Yeah, fucking the clowns at birthday parties. No.
I don't do those.
That guy.
No. Yeah, no, I think it is. I think it's jump scare that really scares me the most. Like, and this movie had a lot of it. Like, it was
You
constant.
beat Five Nights at Freddy's. Maybe not the movie so much because they had less of it than the game, but yeah, don't ever play the game.
I have not yet to play Doom on the VR because I'm too scared of the zombies and monsters just there's this one that's a roller coaster one that's really like you shoot the clowns and whatever, and that was a little bit scary, but I'm probably not going to be that scared playing it, but it's like the build up. I'm like, oh, I can't yet. I can't. I've had it for like 6 years and I'm like, I can't yet. I can't.
That's fine. That's fine. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, it's right. It's not a race. Like it's virginity and horror. It's not a race. Whenever you're ready.
Oh my god, we need to get that on a shirt. Virginity and horror. It's not a race.
You take at your own time. It's
Sell it
fine.
every October.
I have my own shirt. It's fine.
You put it's fine on the back.
Yeah, it's fine.
Virginia and horror is not a race. It's fine.
We have
Well,
lots
we
of
would get an
business.
entire market of virgins and whores.
horse.
Fans.
Just the
Fans.
horse.
Whore fans.
Look at virgins and whores.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm trying to think what
Are we
else I have
rating
to say
this?
about this movie. Yeah,
Oh,
are we?
the
Do we have a
rating?
rating?
My
Yeah,
rating
don't-
is it was fine. Fine. It did its job as a horror movie. Like I was scared a lot. So it did a good job. And it was just bad acting as well. So
And plot holes.
oh my god, so many plot holes. But like I feel like horror movies don't really care about plots. So I'm gonna give it out of 10 5. 6.
Okay,
6.
I'm
It
giving
did
it
its
a little
job.
higher.
6.
6.
I'm gonna give it 8.
8. Okay.
Justify it.
'Cause
Yeah. Why?
It scared the
Why?
shit out of Sonia, which
That's
like
what makes it better.
I liked I don't know how to describe, like I liked well, the acting was shit. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like the acting and the storyline was like fucked. But it was decent though. Like it could have been worse.
Could have been
So-
worse. Yeah.
And at
What
the
a
time when I
rating.
first watched it, it was one of my favorite movies. Like I have a
It's
thing with dolls, like
2007.
Chucky,
Yeah.
this, like so.
So it has the
And it reminded
nostalgia
me of
factor.
Slappy. Like
Yes.
it like goosebumps. So I was like,
Childhood
I like
doll. Yeah.
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So yeah,
I
8 out
would-
of 10.
8 out of 10. I would give it a 6. Like I'm like, you know, with everything, dolls are always creepy. You could always go scary
Yeah.
with dolls. But I feel like because the death scenes are so quick and like the twist is so just like again with the plot holes and just the way the cop acts, I feel like this would be a good starter horror movie for people because
Mhm.
there's no nudity, there's not a lot of gore.
No, it's
There's
very child friendly.
It's very child friendly. So like this would be like if you're looking to get your like a preteen child into horror movies, I feel like this would be decent for it, just because there's no
Yeah.
nudity, there's no sex, there's no gore. Like, most of the gore is just person, open mouth, no tongue, and then blood on the floor. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty much, like, the
Yeah.
death scenes are so quick. Like, it is a very good introduction to horror.
Family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't much
So
swearing either.
yeah, no, there wasn't. So, like, yeah, like, I
Same.
feel like maybe me as someone that watches, like, Terrifier, which is, like, very gory and shit, and lots of swearing and all that kind of stuff. I feel like for me it's a 6, but for, like, yeah, someone that's new to horror and that kind of stuff, or someone young, it could rate higher.
They can air this on Disney. Like it.
I watch American Horror Story on Disney.
It's more
Plus.
family friendly than that Marvel movie, the one where they're immortals. Is that?
It's more
Yeah.
family friendly than any Deadpool movie, including Deadpool.
Deadpool
v.
is
Wolverine.
not child friendly. Don't bring your kids to see it.
Yeah, like I bring Ernest to see Deadpool v. Wolverine, but that's because he's 14 years old.
Yeah.
like if he was any younger than that, it would not be a thing. Like, that's like, yeah.
Any last notes, Dawn, about this movie? Because it's your movie. Any closing thoughts?
No, I already gave it in the beginning when I told you that it's the same directors as Saw. And
Okay,
that
I do.
if you
I
look
do
for
have
the
one
Easter egg-
question. If you
Okay.
do not, did it say why the doll showed up on his doorstep?
No.
Because they're
Besides the
trying
fact
to
that
tie
he
up loose
needed to be,
ends.
well, okay, I'm just saying because, like, someone mailed the doll. Like, did Mary Shelley? I keep saying Mary
You
Shelley.
keep calling her Mary Shelley.
Mary Shaw. I feel like that's probably where they got it from. Mary Shelley's the inventor of Frankenstein. I feel like Mary Shaw, the inventor of living dolls, is very similar. I feel like that's where they got their inspiration. But it's like someone had to have mailed the doll. Like, it was in a box. It was
They probably
delivered
got
to
they
the house.
probably got Ella, the perfect doll, to do it.
So
She can go to
Mary
the
Shaw
post office.
Mary Shaw can possess Ella to deliver a package?
Yeah.
So she can leave the city?
She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
There's
She
no
shouldn't
rule.
leave the city. She probably hired like a delivery company to
No,
deliver
because
the doll.
doll was possessed by Mary Shaw.
Yeah,
That
so
doll.
like,
So
how
maybe
did
the
the
doll
doll
did it.
get delivered? Like, there was no address on it, and
It's
like,
plot holes. The
yeah,
doll ran with its little doll legs carrying the box and then like knocked on the door and then got back in the box and put a lid on top. That's what happened.
You're right. You're right. That's probably what happened. They literally make a point to say there's no return address on this.
Yeah.
They literally make the point. And I don't know if you've ever mailed anything, listeners, but if you don't, if you bring a package to the post office and try to mail it without a return, they will not mail it for you.
They'll say fuck off.
Yeah, they'll go, "No." So the Billy carried his own package in is the only way that
He
is
did.
possible.
Oh my god, what happens if the wind blows and he's carrying a fucking box?
No, he's not just carrying the box. He's carrying his fucking suitcase and the box because he has to go in the suitcase and then into the box.
Oh my gosh, the fucking wind is
He's like, oh my god! He's like, I was supposed to be here last month, but it took a while.
It makes me think of Grover. Like and his like lanky arms out, they're always like behind him and stuff.
No, a great movie. Great, fun for the whole family.
A whole family. But like, why does he bring the doll? Like, his wife died murdered, and like the only thing he brings is a fucking doll with him.
Why didn't the cops take the doll in the first place if his first round of evidence was someone mysteriously dropped off a package with no return address a few hours before my wife was murdered?
They're not good police. Obviously, we know this guy isn't a good. He has to be like a news reporter because there's no way he's an actual cop. Like,
no cops were involved in the creation of this case. Like,
None.
None.
They're like,
Shittiest
like-
detective ever.
yeah, the real detectives were like, hey, you know what? Go grieve your wife. Like we like go like visit family for a minute because we need to clean up this crime scene. We like need to process it and stuff. Like we'll touch base in a few days. And he's like, okay. And then this fucking guy's like, no, we need to follow him around. Like he got fired like 3 weeks ago, and like he's still like thinks he's a police officer.
it's literally like there's times where he's like, you dug up or you buried Billy. And it's like, yeah, because he killed my wife, which I told you in the fucking interrogation room, but that you didn't believe. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. He's like, all the dolls are buried up. You hid 101 dolls. And he's like, where? I don't even live here.
Yeah, see, I think he's a podcaster with no facts. That's what it is. He's trying to build up like a podcast like episode.
How to get away with murder kind of
Yeah,
thing.
with dolls.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I want to see how this guy does it. This is my big break. I'm gonna be as famous as Joe Rogan. And like he's trying.
See, this is why you need a trad wife.
Yeah.
Like, because regular wives, they get killed by dummies.
Yes. I just want to point out how much I love your face makeup, and I can see it healing in real time.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
it really is. This is 3-year-old Halloween. Like, I don't remember the last time I bought Halloween
Like,
makeup. That's how old this is.
I'm imagining your face is on fucking fire right now. Like I could see like it's bubbling and peeling. Like that's like real time.
I'm pretty sure this lip is stained, so I'm gonna have a very puffed up lip for the next few days, which is fine. It's so funny. Lyric, my autistic daughter, 6-year-old daughter, she responds in echolalia a lot, which you guys know. But lately, like she's been fucking talking, like making responses without us making the response for her prior. And you know what her newest thing is?
What?
I do my Jennifer Coolidge impression. I go, oh my God. And she goes, I'm sorry, hot dog.
That's fantastic. Oh,
And now I got her going, oh my God, I'm so sorry, hot dog. That's not quite what I'm saying, but that's so fucking close. Like, you understand. And so I got like a little bit of, I'm gonna send you guys video after, but it's so fucking funny because I'm like, that was so random that happened. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take the win. She understands the reference.
that's right. She knows the ending.
I wasn't even doing that line. I was doing it's the Botox. Like, I'll smile for another hour and a half. I'm not doing it so good right now, but like, yeah, like that's what the line I was doing, and that's from a completely different movie. Yeah, because the hot dog line's from Legally Blonde. So yeah, completely different movie. But my daughter hears that voice and she thinks hot dogs.
Yeah, the hot dog voice.
Hot dog voice. She goes, I'm sorry, hot dog. And so yeah.
That's so sweet. Hi. She's like, no, thanks.
But yeah, I guess we don't really have anything to promote other than, of course, check out our Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to be able to vote on the last movie we're going to review this month. If you join our Patreon at $5 and up, you get access to our pre-drinks episode where you get to hear about my friend drama I was talking about earlier. But at the $2 and up, you get printables, images,
Whatever we just throw shit on the wall and hope for the best.
Yeah. If you want specifics, just like let us know.
Right? Like just fucking tell us what to put up there.
We are very open to feedback.
Like we have the tism. We need more direction. Like if you can help us
don't
out,
leave
that'd
us
be
to
great.
ourselves. We have no idea what we're doing. And if you want to, give $20 a month, you could and be a VIP Patreon like Stephanie Hurst, our VIP patron. Thank you for hanging in there,
Thanks,
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
So excited to see you in a year.
It's about a year. Now we're just counting the days. Like
Counting.
Yeah.
Like, we're really excited. We're gonna be in Kentucky and next month, which will be this month when this episode is
couple
released.
of days, weeks from now.
A couple weeks from now,
Yeah.
October, end of October at the Books and Bourbon convention. So check out our social media for that because we're going to be posting a lot. And check out Dawn's social media. Dawn, do you want to promote your TikTok?
Yeah, it's Danya Book Rex.
You're like,
on
what the
TikTok.
fuck is it?
It's like,
I'm trying to
what's
throw
my
to you, Dawn.
what's my fucking name again? Yeah, it's Danya Book Rex. That's my TikTok and my Instagram. So yeah, where I give all my book reviews.
Yeah, she's like famous on TikTok. So
Yeah.
if you want to join in on her fame, go follow her and you'll get all your smut book needs.
Yeah.
all the needs. Yeah.
All your needs.
Yeah.
If you have specific recommendations, wink wink, just like let her know and she probably has a book for it.
Yeah, she probably knows. Like
She probably does. She's a professional. So thank you so much for listening, and we're so excited to review other movies this week. So check out all of our October episodes and check out our costumes on YouTube on Saturdays, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.